Hey, what's up, guys? This is GM. You guys wanted me to do another video, but it's time to talk about Tag 2, the scene, what I think about the game and whatnot. The scene is definitely a lot different than what it used to be. Like, there's a lot of new players, mostly online players, but most of the same players from Tekken 6 and Tekken DR still remain consistent as in, playing. And a lot of players stop playing and whatnot. But online definitely helped the scene, as a lot more players are coming out since they can play online, so they feel more confident and they come out and compete or whatnot. The damage scaling is really high. The game, to be solid in this game is a lot different than what you have to do to be solid in Tekken 6 or Tekken DR or even 5.0. You have to really manage your team well. It's all about how good your team is, pretty much how much damage they could take. Red health could what they could do with red health, like how they could take red health or whatnot. I think this game rewards a lot more of a defensive play, especially if you use a poke character or poke team. It's better to play a lot more defensive, because since the one frame of lag, it's a lot harder to run up and block in this game. And all you need to do is eat one hop kick, and that could be, the character could almost be dead. You're pretty much forced to tag out after eating that one hop kick when you create your poke offense. We keep poking and poking and poking, because that's what you have to do when you have a poke character. You keep poking, poking, and poking, then eventually you're gonna eat a counter hit and get hop kicked. So that's why I thought poke characters weren't too strong in this game. When characters like Bruce and like Bob or Craig Marduk work really well, because they're not really poke, they're just hard hits. Just hit you a couple of times, you're good. You get somebody shaky because their damage output is extremely high. But defensive play is the best thing to do. One, you avoid hop kicks way more because you're blocking. Everything is a lot more punishable in this game. Like, everything is way more punishable. Moves that just used to be -12 are either -14 or large punishable now. A lot of things are -12 now. So, like, you get what I'm saying. Plus, everybody has pretty good 12 frame punishes and 14 frame punishes now, so everything hurts a lot more, like when you block stuff. So defensive play, I think when the game goes by, a lot more players are going to play a lot more defensive. The damage output, though, definitely helps. Like, the gap is like, in Tekken 6, somebody that wasn't that good could be a top player, but it's not as bad as this game. It's because of the damage output and the tag mechanics, pretty much. So, like, NEC this year, you have a player like Fab, and you have Ace Unlimited. Ace Unlimited is not a bad player, but he is not on the level of Fab. And that definitely showed the capabilities of this game, of a decent player beating a high level top player. So that's the perfect example of, not anybody can win this game, but if you're pretty solid, you have a good chance. Plus, if it's 2 games, even 3, you still have a good chance. Plus, a lot of people don't know a lot of the characters in the game, or how to fight a lot of the characters in the game. So that definitely helps. I don't really think the game is randomly consistent. I think if you're really, really solid, you're capable of beating anybody. You just need to be a lot more solid than what you was in Tekken 6, Tekken 5. Think of it as 5.0. You have to be extremely solid if you want to be consistent in this game. You can't be half off or whatever. You have to always be 100% solid, no matter what. So that's what I think about Tag 2. I think people say Tag 2 is easier. No, it's not. It's a lot more harder. You have to be way more solid. Damage is really high, so you have to be really careful against mediocre players, really good players. It doesn't matter. Everybody's a threat, which forces you to be a lot more solid and knowing all your matchups, so you won't lose to something you don't know. So people, do your research, get more solid, and you should be alright. So that's how I feel about Tag 2. And the scene is picking up. I like majors. A lot more people are coming to majors, definitely. People are getting hyped. Like the Marvel Street Fighter crowds are seeing the game getting hyped. they gain hype because they see that the game at the highest levels of play is really fun to watch. You know, and Tekken players finally get to showcase their skill again and their talents. You know, so you see what happens at the next tournament's final round and whatnot. I think USA has a chance against international players just due to the fact because of the damage output, and it's easier for a mid-level player or mediocre player to be somebody way superior in this game because of the damage output. So good luck to everybody, and hope to see everybody else in the battlefield. Peace.